Hello and welcome to ссøøst Concept TV, where we give you the latest news, gist and gossips. Now to the news of today. The headline: Ipob bid to force US to intervene in Nnamdi Kanu'S case gets boost. As Igbo leaders, Kanu backs American congressman's gesture. Now to the main news. The call by a U.S. Congressman, Jarvis Johnson, of the state of Texas, seeking the American government's intervention in the continued detention of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, Nnamdi Kanu, has received the backing of eminent Igbo personalities. Johnson, who made the demand in a statement dated January 9, said it would be wrong for the U.S., which had defended democracy in different parts of the world, to stay aloof and watch the Nigerian government flagrantly violate both its rule and international laws. He accused Nigeria of carrying out genocide against her citizens. The U.S. lawmaker maintained that Kanu committed no crime by asking for a referendum for the self-determination of his oppressed Biafrans. He strongly condemned Kanu's abduction and extraordinary rendition from Kenya, saying that the time has come for the U.S. to call the Nigerian government to order. The statement read in part: Mazi Kanu's only offense is that he is the leading advocate for the freedom of all oppressed Nigerians and for a referendum on the Biafran issue. The right to free speech, including political advocacy, is the cornerstone of all democracies. At a time when democracy is threatened globally, it is imperative that we all join hands to protect Mazi Kanu's right to freedom of speech. The illegal kidnapping, torture, and solitary confinement of Mazi Kanu offends our democratic norms. So does the willful disobedience of the judgment of its own courts by the Nigerian government. I am demanding the immediate release of Nnamdi Kanu. The government of Nigeria needs to comply with the UN mandate and the orders of its own courts. The Nigerian government is carrying out another form of genocide, one citizen at a time. I am calling on the American government to get involved to stop this genocide. We have protected our other countries around this world to help vulnerable populations. We need to do the same for Nigeria and its Biafran citizens. Long overdue. Speaking with Sunday Vanguard on the matter, National President of Abia State Elder Consultative Forum, Professor Prince Ariwodo, described the call as long overdue. He said that it was signified that the international community was aware of the plight of the Ipob leaders and the persecution of the Indigo in Nigeria. His words: "The call is timely. I am glad that the international community sees the ordeal of the Igbo man in Nigeria." Ariwodo expressed disappointment that despite repeated appeals by Igbo leaders, President Muhammadu Buhari has failed to release Kanu. The late President, General Ohanaeze Ndigbo, Ambassador George Obiozor, before his death, had an audience with the President and begged him to release Nnamdi Kanu. Despite the promises, Kanu is still detained. The Abia Elders leader said, "Igbo elders have done everything to show our President that our protest in a gentle way. We had thought that by taking a more civilized approach, he would take the path of honor, but instead, he chose to listen to his brothers who are not interested in the unity of this country." Ariwodo said that the continued detention of Kanu against court judgments amounted to the humiliation of the entire Igbo race. The Abia elders expressed optimism that the call by the U.S. congressman would be heeded by the U.S. government. On its part, the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, Abia State chapter hailed the move by the U.S. congressman and urged the president to heed the growing calls for Kanu's release. CAN chairman, Abia State, Apostle Emmanuel Agomo, said the opinion of the U.S. lawmaker was an indication that the world was monitoring developments. about Kanu's continued detention. He urged Buhari to show he is the father of all by giving a political solution to Kanu's matter, has been clamored by many. The cleric noted that early resolution of Kanu's matter would help restore peace to Southeast for the good of all. He commended the U.S. congressman for speaking up while urging the U.S. government to also take a position on the matter. Also speaking, a former presidential aspirant of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Dr. Cosmos Ndukwe, commended the U.S. congressman for the bold move but urged him to go beyond mere press statements and raise it as a motion in the American House of Representatives. The former Deputy Speaker of the Abia State House of Assembly said it would carry more weight if the move had come as a motion to the House. Commenting on the matter, the Chairman Board of Trustees (BOT) Igbo think tank, Professor Madubuike Ezeibe, urged the Nigerian government to obey various court judgments concerning Kanu. He said it was a violation of the rule of law for the government to still hold Kanu against court. Pronouncement as doing so sends wrong precedents about the rule of law in the country. The professor of virology argued that it's in Nigerian interest and global image to obey court orders. A coalition of Southeast youth leaders, also speaking, described the actions of the U.S. congressman as a right step in the right direction. ссøøst President General Goodluck Ebem told Sunday Vanguard that the continued detention of Kanu is a confirmation that the president is on a gross personal vendetta against Kanu and Nnamdi. We want the president to obey the UN mandate and the Court of Appeal judgment that released Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally from detention, Ebem stated. ssøøst said the intervention of U.S. congressman is proof that the decadence in our democracy and institution has reached an alarming state where the center can no longer hold. The U.S. has seen with their eyes how our democracy has been reduced to autocratic and dictatorial regime where there is no rule of law and obedience of court orders. We urge the United States and the international community to listen to Congressman Jarvis Johnson to save our hard-earned democracy before it is totally destroyed. Injustice to one is injustice to all. The UN should do its best to ensure that Nnamdi Kanu is released. You see that obeying laws and court orders in this country is fire, because nobody obeys court orders, especially these are politicians. When you go to the court and they say something, that one, the judge is just saying it in their pocket, because all of them are just the same. There is no rule of law in this country. Nobody is obeying court orders. So I really hope that Mr. Jarvis Johnson would help to relay the matter in the American Congress so that they can actually intercede for Nnamdi Kanu's release. I really hope that works in our country, because this country, it is well. Kindly please leave your thoughts in the comment section, and please do not forget to like, to share, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you for listening.